The purpose of this video is to demonstrate automated labor costs from your resource allocations data. This would generate your budget from the resource allocations, and it is an extension of an existing feature where your actual cost is generated from your timesheet data. This functionality is particularly useful for externally focused or professional services type PMOs, where cost recovery is important for project delivery. So I'm going to start by showing you the project that I'm going to use. I'm very keen on this project. This project was created from our approved demand process, where an approved demand item created our project. And the first thing that I want to draw your attention to is the standard charge out rate. So it's very common for resources working on projects to have multiple rates. So in this instance, the standard charge out rate is applied, therefore the rate that will be applicable to this project is $100. So I'm going to show my resource allocation record for the month of February, which is an allocation of 50% of my time, which would equate to about 84 hours. So if you recall, 84 hours at the $100 rate, I would refresh my cost data and expect to see my budget record for the month of February for $8,400. So this has automated my budget record from my resource allocation data. If I were to reduce my allocation to 25%, I would expect that my budget for the month of February would be halved. So if I would go back to my cost view, refresh the data, 4,200 should be my budget value for that month of February. If I were to allocate additional resources to the project for the same period, I would then expect that my budget would be increased by that amount. So I've just used our copy functionality, which is a new feature that is available on all entities. And if you've not used it yet, it's very useful for saving time. So I'm going to allocate a different resource for the same period at a 10% allocation, and whatever the rate for that resource would be applied, refreshing that data, updating my cost, I would expect to see my budget increasing, which it's now done. So my budget for the month of February is now increased to $21,000 based on the resources that were assigned to the project. I can further extend Adrian's allocation for an additional month. So if I were to set this to 1st of March, and submit, update my cost data, I would expect an additional line item for the month of March, 10% of Adrian's allocation, and I've now got a budget for $15,200 for the month of March. The sum of these will give me my total budget for the project related to my resource costs. If I were to delete the records, all resource allocations records against my project, I would expect the budget values to be zeroed out against the project. So I'm just going to quickly delete this data, refresh my project, and I would have 0 values for my budget. And that's your automated budget from your resource allocations data. If you make use of both this feature as well as the automated actuals from time entry or spent from your time entry data, then these records would be populated with the actuals against each month. And that's the automated labor cost budget feature. Thanks for watching. If you are not familiar with our new features, please take note to follow our blog. So this feature, along with many other product news features, is available on our product news. If you want to be notified of these features, please pop in your details, email address, first name, last name, click, and that will guarantee that you receive the latest updates from our blog. And thanks for watching. We hope that you make use of this feature.